Hello loves, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be breaking down Saturn moving into Pisces on March 7th all the way till February 13th 2026, which is, I know, a really long time. Saturn is going to be in Pisces for 3 years, so it's definitely going to be a lot. It's gonna be an experience. And we're gonna break it down. We're gonna talk about it. Before we jump in and break it down and talk about it, don't forget to use the code SPRING 2023 to get 22% off all of my services on my website. And also don't forget to sign up for the New Year workshop that's happening on the 21st, which is for the spring equinox. We're gonna do a whole entire New Year celebration. We're gonna do an ancestral altar. We're gonna do an energy clearing. We're gonna do a lot of things. So definitely make sure that you get your tickets. There's also going to be a new workbook that's going to launch for the year ahead. So stay tuned for that as well. And yeah, those are the updates. With that being said, let's jump into this video. When it comes to Saturn moving into Pisces for the next 3 years, there's definitely going to be a lot of changes. And for those who are Pisces, who have been like kind of sitting comfortable because Neptune's been in Pisces for the past couple of years, just sitting cute and comfortable, okay? Saturn is going to bring a little bit of a different energy to the table once it moves into Pisces. What does that mean? Well, because Saturn is a planet that rules over restriction and grounding, time, just karma, foundation, like really how you are grounded in the physical realm is entirely ruled by Saturn. There's an emphasis on and a seriousness that Saturn brings to the table that's gonna kind of make Pisces and Piscean energy and Pisces placements really mature for the next 3 years. If you are a Pisces, and also, you know, if you have Pisces in specific different placements, you might see, you know, yourself going through a whole entire evolution, whether it be a spiritual evolution, because Pisces also rules spirituality. When it comes to on a collective level, we might see a bigger kind of influence on spirituality within like a global, like a more massive global kind of focus as to how millennials and Gen Z are relating to their spirituality, their spiritual practice in a global scale. So you might see a lot of information on that come up. And, you know, a focus on your reflection, a focus on mental health as well, which is important to have, especially because the 12th house and Piscean energy rules over reflection. Pisces rules over reflection, the subconscious mind, spirituality, glamour, illusions, lies. It's a very in-depth energy. It can be very murky, it can be very foggy, it can be very elusive, it can be very like telling as well. It can reveal a lot of truths, it can reveal a lot of things that need to be understood. It also spiritually, on a spiritual level, through the next 3 years, you definitely will see yourself develop greatly within your practice, but also you might see a focus on specifically how the things that you've been reflecting on or been needing to reflect on, or that things that you put in the back burner, things that you like, you know, said, you know, I'm not gonna focus on this, or I got stuff to do, or, you know, society has made it so I have to put my energy and time into this thing, so I gotta focus on that. It's gonna slow people down. You might see an uptake on different a different mental health focus. And I say different because while mental health and the need to go and just hold space for our minds have been something that I feel like millennials and Gen Z has been actively working towards, this Saturn in Pisces, it's literally like a check-in, like, no, you really need to talk to someone, or you need to be heard, or you need to work on this, or you need to clear this. there's definitely a need for checking in with yourself, checking in with your mind, checking in with your dreams too. Okay, let's not pretend like there's not other stuff going on in the process. There's going to be a lot of emotional buildup that also begins to come to the surface, and at some points can feel like they're overflowing. And the reason why that those feelings are going to be felt is because Saturn is going to restructure foundationally the ocean in which Pisces is on. Okay, because Pisces and Neptune rule over the ocean. Okay, this is huge. This is a grounding of emotional energy that might feel uncomfortable at first. Honestly, I feel like after the Saturn return, for some people who are having their Saturn return in Pisces, they're going to be very grateful of, you know, where they're going to be later on, but they're going to lose a lot. It's gonna feel like a cleaning house, because everything that's been building up in the subconscious, that's been taking up space, blocking creativity, blocking spiritually. Be very mindful and focus on spiritual protection for the next 3 years. That's gonna be an important thing, because we're going to be very sensitive. Pisces is the most sensitive sign astrologically, and with Saturn, like, literally restricting it, restricting the energies and making it like, you know, no, you're not going to get what you want, especially because Pisces are very focused on spirituality, manifestation, your vision, your goals, your dreams, especially your dreams, right? Especially when it comes to creation. If you're an artist and all of these things, if you're not putting the foundational work, you're going to feel a little bit more like frustrated as to the blockages that you've been, you know, allowing to distract you from your purpose, distract you from the things that you've been needing to work on. So it is an important time, and Saturn can ultimately, the reason why I say people are going to be grateful overall, is because Saturn in Pisces has this energy of, there's a reason why I'm teaching you this lesson. There's a reason why you're going to go through this hurdle. But once you go through it, if you stick through your vision of your life, if you stick through your purpose, if you stay on course, you'll be able to bring to life the vision that you have for your life. You know how I've been saying hold your vision since like last year? That's been like one of the major themes. This is going to continue to be a major theme for the next 3 years, because Saturn is going to ground those vision into the physical realm. And this is why I'm saying it is important to make sure you're cleaning house. It's also important for you to protect your energy. It's important for you to like work through your mental health, your emotional health, check in with yourself, and make sure that you are, you know, in a good place, and that you're also processing and taking time to reflect. That is absolutely important, especially for those who are going to be tapping into the creative energies and who need to express the different experiences that they've had in the past that they're still holding on to internally, that they haven't worked through, that they need to work through. So there's going to be a lot of karmic stuff coming up as well. You might see some past life issues also arise, some things that you might not even understand why they're happening, blockages that you don't understand why they're happening, but they are entirely from a past life that have just been actively triggered subconsciously in your current life. There's definitely a need to reevaluate your growth and your goals and your dreams for yourself, because Saturn is ultimately going to question that. Keep in mind that, you know, one of the things that, especially as a Capricorn myself, that I've tried to teach and communicate when it comes to Saturn's energy, because a lot of people fear monger Saturn's energy, and it's really annoying as a Capricorn, because I love Saturn, because Saturn ultimately just wants you to be okay. Like, Saturn wants you to have a good foundation and for you to be good, like solid, like not be crumbling because of the things that are happening in your life. Not crumbling, not in pain, not in a frustration, but like no, you're okay, or you love yourself, or you're working on yourself, or you're fulfilling your purpose, or you're staying on track with yourself. You're doing what you love, you're doing what you need to do, you're envisioning your life, and you're actively working towards and following that purpose, that deeper purpose that you have for yourself. That's ultimately what Saturn wants, is to ground us. But you know, sometimes we allow things in our lives to take up space in our lives, and then we ground ourselves in those unstable things, and then they become an issue that we don't want to get rid of. They become an issue that we don't want to address, because if we let it go, we feel like we're losing a part of ourselves or a part of something that we loved. But the reality is that you cannot ground yourself in things that outweigh, like they just outweighted their time in your life. Like they're already done, and they need to like be released. So with Saturn moving into Pisces, this is a great time for you to literally bring your vision of your life to life, and realize it within the physical realm. It's going to be such a powerful 3 years. And while some of you are not going to like it at first, because everybody likes to shit on Saturn, but ultimately when you come out of your your Saturn return, everybody's like, okay, well, I guess I'm more stable. Okay, well, I guess I met the partner that I'm gonna marry. Okay, well, I guess da 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 da. Like everybody's just like, they want to whine and complain that they're more grounded. It's baffling to me as a Capricorn. I thoroughly enjoyed every second of my Saturn return. I had so much fun. It was a blast. Like I already knew what I was headed into. So I was like, let's go, let's get a more grounding. Literally moved way in a whole different space. I got married. Like y'all, you guys already know. Like I'm already like it went from over here to grown. Like I'm hella happy. So because I already am. You guys know I have a Capricorn stellium. So because I'm a Saturn's baby, I'm a Saturn's child, I'm very much okay with the things that are going to come moving forward. One of the things that I highly recommend you doing is to make sure you check where Pisces is, like within your houses, so you know which house Saturn is also going to be in. Keep in mind that Neptune is also in Pisces right now. So there is going to be, like, Neptune's going to be doing his thing in Pisces, and especially as far as it comes, you know, with the amplifying the dreams and wanting to hold your vision of your life and the goals and the things that you want to achieve. But Saturn is going to help you materialize it. Saturn is going to bring it into the physical realm. Saturn's like, okay, you want this? Where's the work? You keep thinking about it up here, but where's the work? Where is it? When are you going to work on it? Why haven't you been working on it? Okay. It is a check-in. Okay. It is a check-in and a grounding. So this is a time to realize your dreams and your goals. I cannot stress it enough. So within the next 3 years, definitely make sure you check your transits. Check where Pisces falls in your houses. Check where it is. Check where it is. For me, it's in my 9th house. So I already know spiritually. I already know what's about to go down. I'm only going to continue to teach and do the thing. So I already know where the grounding is coming from in that regard. So we will continue to grow in that regard together. But you guys need to check where Pisces is sitting for you, so that you know what you're doing. So that you know, like, what you need to focus on, so that you know how the energy is going to impact you. If you have Pisces in like your 3rd house, you might need to communicate something. Maybe you needed to you wanted to write a book or paint something, or you know, just something that needs to be materialized by you within your consciousness, that you need to bring to the public or the society or the community. Like, people need to hear you, people need to see you, people need to the space needs to be helped for your creation, whatever it is. Anyway, I love you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and close it off here, because you guys know your girl can like talk for days. I will see y'all in the next video. Don't forget to check out the Patreon down below, and y'all have a blessed day.